Hi, guys. Welcome back to Real Love, Real Life podcast. I'm your host, Jasmine.
And I'm Ernesto.
I'm so tired today. I need like 3 energy drinks. It was Halloween yesterday. Happy November 1st. Mariah Carey is defrosting as we speak. We get home. He has like 30 totes of Christmas decor to bring down.
Oh, man, you're right.
The giant Christmas tree. You
Already?
You have to untangle like, what is it? Like 200 feet of
I got to go back on the roof?
Of lights on the roof.
Hey, that's low-key dangerous.
It is dangerous. Be careful.
Funny story, guys. I think our first year in their house.
Yeah.
I don't know why my brother-in-law was the one on the ladder when it's my house. Maybe he was trying to flex or something. Yeah. But, guys, that's why you got to watch what you say, because I've been on the ladder since I was 11 years old, yada, yada, yada. Man, and that's the thing. If you're holding the ladder, you cannot leave your position. Don't leave your post. I literally left for 2 seconds, and I just seen his body drop from like, I think I have a 10-foot ladder. He was at least on the 8th step. He dropped like a bag of rocks, just boom. And I'm just
he ripped his shorts and everything.
He came up like he's a tough cookie. So, but I think he called off the next day. He was banged up, and I'm just like, and I think a lot of people pass away from doing that. I don't know the exact numbers.
Well, don't they say that it's like easier for people to pass away if they fall from like shorter
6 feet in there? Most deaths happen in a construction site 6 feet and below.
That's crazy.
You would think, 12, 4. No, it's 6 feet and below. It's because at that height, you usually hit the back of your head.
Oh, yeah.
And like with the hard hats, that's where you tie in your hard hat now. Oh. Or back then, it would, so boom, that's your soft spot. Yeah, 6 feet.
But he's alive and well.
Yeah, he's still good. Pushing, but he's like, yeah, don't call me over for that no more.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think this is the first year that I'm like feeling a little bit lazy to decorate. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so busy. I don't want that like spirit to like, get away, but I guess I'm just so busy and lazy. I'll wait. We have a family vacation coming up in the next few days. We'll probably do it when we come back home.
Yeah, we gotta kind of get everything settled in.
We gotta prepare ourselves.
Because we're gonna leave 6 days?
Yeah.
6 days, so we gotta not only mentally prepare, leave the house like intact. We're gonna have to leave our dogs to a dog sitter, so you know that I'm a little crazy when it's time to leave the house. Yeah.
I think it is so important, and I think people can, women can relate to this, especially, I don't know, moms. You have to deep clean your house. You have to wash everything. You have to clean baseboards. You literally have to go crazy when you're going to go on vacation. Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like I did something so wrong if I leave and I don't clean the house.
Really?
I have to leave like fresh sheets on. I don't know.
It would be good when you come back. You're coming back to.
I think that's what it is.
I'm locking the rooms though. No offense to the dog sitter, but I'm locking the rooms because if we leave it clean, we're gonna come back to it clean. Other than the living room and kitchen and.
I go psychopath. I even told him. I'm going to start cleaning today and like every day, like do laundry so I can keep up with laundry all the way up till the 10th.
And we're going to bounce.
So I'm literally going to be like, don't call me. Don't text me. Don't call me because I'm going to be busy cleaning and folding laundry.
It's not
for
like
10
you answer
days.
anyways.
Yeah. But anyways, what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about college versus trades.
Yeah.
College versus trades or college versus dropouts. I don't know. I guess it's a topic that we're like constantly talking about because we have a little bit of everything like mixed in the family. Like this was literally a conversation that I was having with my sisters last night when we were trick-or-treating. How did it start? I don't remember how it started, but they were basically like saying, how much like money they've spent. One has been like to college, the other one university, and they're just kind of like venting about like how much money they've spent and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there like quiet because I didn't. And we were just on an episode where I mentioned that I was a high school dropout. And he's like, you saved a ton of money. Not encouraging anybody to drop out, right? I don't want my kids to do it or none of that. But it's just like, it's such a crazy world, times that we live in, that it's like, is it worth it? Obviously, I know that we need the doctors, we need the engineers. But then it's like, we also need the plumbers, the construction workers.
Without the plumbers, this is a third world country.
So
I think statistically, I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me. I think plumbers have saved more lives than I would have to really look this up, than doctors, because sanitary goes a long ways.
I mean,
like,
yeah, it's crazy. I just feel like, I don't know if it's in every like household, but I just feel like growing up like in a Latino household, Mexican household, you're just like, the main thing is like, go to school. It's like, go to school. It does not matter for what. You just go to school. Oh, you hate it, too bad. Go to school. Like,
yeah, because most of our parents, if we're first generation, our parents literally went to like 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah.
So you could kind of see why they push it so much, but to a certain aspect, I feel like college is good because the people you meet along the way.
Yeah, I mean,
You could meet the right business partner, the right team, and build something great. So it's kind of like a person by person thing, because for like somebody else, it won't work. But for another person, it might be the reason why they're so successful, because they went to school, met the right people, got the credentials. So the degree might have been like a paperweight, but the knowledge and the people they met is what's really gonna, thrust them into life further than what they kind of necessarily went to school for. But it's also the knowledge gained, but so it's kind of person by person in a way.
What like I have like trouble like wrapping my mind around is kind of like, I go back to like my mom just always, I remember she would like always mention like be a doctor, like be a lawyer. Like what do they think? Like that your life is like resolved if like you're a doctor or a lawyer. You think that happiness revolves around being a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like all of these, I feel like that's the only thing that I would hear. And I mean, from 5 of us, 2 went to college, all of that. I mean, I don't want to like speak for them, but it's not. So one of them does, like, she went for journalism. I don't think she does anything revolving journalism. In fact, I don't think she even likes journalism. So, and then the other one is more like in the medical, and like she does it. She doesn't really like say much. So I don't really know, if she like actually like enjoys it. Or if it's like, hey, like it pays the bills and that's what she knows. And she kind of like went to college as soon as she graduated high school. So it's like, it's really easy to get like comfortable. But I just feel like parents think your life is resolved and you get happiness and money and this and that, like by going to school. Why don't you tell the freaking kid to do, obviously I'm not going to let you like be a bum.
Yeah.
But you kind of know too. You kind of know when your kids, for example, our oldest, he's been honest from the very beginning. I don't like school. He's like, he doesn't see himself like going to college or like university, anything like that. And I'm like, that's perfectly fine. You're going to finish high school.
Yeah.
Because you're still like under our wing. You're going to finish high school and then you got to do something. You got to go, you can go sign up at like a trade school. You can, but you need to at least finish high school. And I think that is like, that would have been such a relief for us. Like if our parents would have kind of like understood us and been like, hey, maybe you're not book smart, but you have other options if you don't want to go to college.
They look at your fortes and be like, oh, well, he's good at this. He's a good problem solver.
Yeah. So like he's very good with his hands. He's like a really good handyman. He's strong. Like I feel like he's very smart once you put him on something hands-on.
Yeah.
But then you're like, open a book and he freezes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, and that's okay. That doesn't mean he's less than our other son that can read a chapter book
he's
in one night. Like,
on his way to write a book already.
yeah, he always says, he's like, oh, doesn't he always say, he's like, I'm writing a book with my friend, or me and my friends are gonna record a movie on our iPhone.
Yeah.
Like he knows things that are like in the iPhone that I don't even know that we have. So he like takes a deep dive into stuff, and they're very different. And I'm like, that doesn't make the older one less than our middle one that is like super book smart. Maybe one is gonna do something like, I just wouldn't want him to feel less if like he's a plumber or a welder or something, you know? And I feel like in kind of like, I don't know, I feel like my mom would see it like, I know, like, pobrecito.
They're messing up.
Like, he didn't go to school. Like you went to trade school. You're not in debt for that. Like, you don't have school debt, none of that. You have a good job. It's a career. Yeah. You have your certificate from Gateway Community College, but you didn't go into debt. And I feel like your mom's just always like, I wish he would have gone to school. He did go to school.
Yeah.
He did. He just doesn't have $50,000 in debt.
Yeah.
And he works with his hands. He doesn't have to open a book. And that's a good thing
too about like our apprenticeship, that like if you were to get an A every semester, which basically is just show up, don't miss, and try your best in school, every semester you would pay $125.
Imagine that.
And that's also the thing, guys. Until one of my buddies came, he started getting people on the FAFSA, like because people think like minorities don't get help. We're out here. No, we can get a lot of help from the government. We just don't know where to look for it.
Yeah.
So
lazy
and just ignorant, uneducated. And it's like he was helping people get like, money to buy tools and stuff like that, or help pay their schooling. So it's like there's a lot of help out there. And I think the main takeaway is just, if you're fortunate to have parents, like good parents, but also just keeping a roof over their head doesn't make you necessarily a good parent.
Yeah.
That's the basic necessity. But just like, whatever you do in life, I got your back.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing you can hear from your parents is, no matter what you do, I got your back. So you have that security going into life. Like, even if I take a loss or whatever, my parents are always going to be there to help me as long as they're here. And I actually heard that from Kobe Bryant. He said, I think when he was a little kid, that in the summer league, he did not score 1 point, I think. But his parents told him, like, we're always going to believe in you and we always have your back. And he said that's one of the main things that drove him to be successful, is just knowing that somebody had his back.
Yeah.
Because we're all going to fail. If you're not failing, you're not trying. So, just, and a lot of the life is just trial and error. You try something out, it's not working, it's all good.
Yeah.
But, we're here for a limited amount of time, so we got to kind of, focus on our, fortes, but also work on the stuff we're not good at. But, we got to really pursue what we're good at and passionate. Like, if you love to do something, that means you're not gonna see it as working every day, because you're so passionate about it. Just like you weren't making a dime off this for 2 years, but you loved it. And then finally, when you put the time in and, look at what happens. Yeah, obviously it's tough and all that, but it's like, would you rather be doing this, what you're doing, or back at the mortgage place? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like not even a question. Obviously people would be like, well, it doesn't pay the bills if you're just posting for fun. Well, yeah, I was blessed enough to be able to stay home and stuff. So I was already home. So I was like, I'm going to take, even if it takes a little bit longer to cook dinner because you're filming it and all of that.
Yeah.
I still did it, but I feel like people just immediately want money, money, money.
Yeah.
That it becomes like, if I make 2 posts and I don't make money from it, I'm quitting, or things like that. And I'm like, dude, I cannot believe that I posted for over 2 years, didn't make a dime,
Literally.
And I never saw it that way. That's the thing, that when I started social media, I thought that you had to have like, I thought only like those like influencers with like millions of followers like made money. I thought everybody else did it for fun.
Yeah.
Thought it was like fun thing. So I was like, oh, I love it. I kept doing it. I was kind of doing it just to gain followers and stuff. It was until like I was like getting notified that I like, hey, go into the, apply for the monetization program or whatever. That's when I jumped in it. Same with like the TikTok shop.
Yeah.
I was literally, it was so funny because I had got like a brand, I think it was like the OQQ, they offered me a bodysuit and I was like, yeah, like I'd love one. And they sent it to me and I was posting it without the link. I was promoting it like for fun. Like, look guys, literally. Look at this bodysuit. It's like so nice. And then I remember like, Izzy, she was the one that messaged me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't have a link on there. Like, are you on the TikTok shop? Like, Don't be promoting this for free. I always say it. Even when people ask me, they're like, how did you start TikTok shop? I'm like, one of my, like, she's.
How did you meet her first, from the photography?
I started following her. I was like a silent follower of hers. And I just liked her. She was always on live. So I would watch her stuff. And then one time she said she was looking for like a photographer for some family pictures. And I was kind of also did that for fun and stuff. And I offered her a shoot. And I remember I told her like, if you're just able to like post them and tag me.
Wow.
So I can get like some clients and stuff, maybe, hopefully. And she reached back out, said, yeah. And from there, like, she started following me back. And then that's when, things started happening. But yeah, I feel like the whole TikTok shop thing, like, I didn't know because I wasn't always just thinking money. Yeah. It was like, I like this and I'm going to share it. And I think that's how people also like can like smell when you're just being like salesy and stuff. I'm more like, I love this drink. It keeps me awake. Like, I'm a mom of 3. This is what I drink every day, more than like shoving it into your face and like, buy this, you need it.
Yep.
I think people can really.
It's because when you're genuine about something, you can be a little bit naive about it. Because there's people that like, they got the same but they're just like straight about the Benjamins. Like,
yeah.
But it's like, I really like to do this.
Which obviously now that like, I do it, I get paid and all that. Yeah, now I think more of it sometimes like, but just because I'm so busy and stuff. Now I'm not just going to like, my time and all that. Now valuable. I'm like, my time is valuable, all of that. I have like some following. So I'm a little bit more like careful on what I'm like sharing and what I'm promoting and stuff. But I feel like the people that are finding trouble, like being successful with it, is because you're not being genuine.
Exactly.
I can immediately like see somebody's like vlog or something and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like you're here to see like how much like you can get paid from it, and like I can immediately smell it. And I think that's why too, like my kind of posts are like all over the place because I'm like, I'm trying it out because I like it. I have fun with it. So like for 2 days I'll do ASMR and I'm having fun. And then maybe that's like my squirrel brain too. Like then 2 days later I'm like, I'm done with ASMR. And I think that's the kind of like the cool thing too, that my followers like respect and love that they're like, oh, she's like on her little ASMR days. The next day, oh, she's on her little like cooking phase. And I'm just constantly switching because that's like, there's no rules to it.
Yeah.
There's no, you could just be yourself.
That's why people also like you, because you're being yourself, trying stuff out. And if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world.
Be yourself, and literally people are going to find you and like gravitate towards you. It's not, or I don't know, the people that say that they've been trying like so hard on TikTok shop. Sometimes I like to go into people's pages, like when they message me and they're like, I'm not selling anything. And I'm like, ooh, this is fun. Like I can go in there kind of like a teacher and see like what they're like doing wrong. And immediately I'm like, you're selling me something. Yeah. You're selling me something and you're making me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it kind of turns you off real quick.
Yeah, and some, like, obviously I do have some videos, the brand is paying me, so it's like they kind of want you. Not exactly, I do tell brands, like, I don't follow scripts, like, to the T. I don't like it. But some don't really want you, like some don't want you to curse, some don't want you to like show extra skin. So some of them you do have to like follow the rules. If not, you can't do it. So some will seem a little bit not like me, but it's like, don't mind that one, you guys. That one I'm getting paid separately. But yeah, I just feel like some are too like, I just don't feel like it's genuine. I just feel like some people are just like, oh, everybody's doing it. It's easy. It's the easy way out to do social media, easy money. And it's like, wait until it like catches up to you.
It's just going to burn out it's just kind of like a lot of like, this is off topic, but like right now people are posting about, certain things that are happening in the political climate of the world. It's like, you never even used to talk about this.
No.
But this is trending, so you're going to say F this organization, F this 3-letter agency, just because, people are so emotional about it that's going to get you likes, follows, and all that. But as soon as this blows over, it's like, wait a minute. You just use the culture to leverage yourself. And that's going to backfire. Because, you don't even care about the cultures. You're just using it as a pawn.
I feel like every time something happens, people, you'll have those people that, message me, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah.
Mind your business. I have never used my social media to talk about who did you vote for. Mind your business.
Yeah.
I'm not here. I don't have this following because I've been political, because I've posted, who I voted for, because this is what I believe in. That's not why I'm here. That's not how I got here.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I will say, sometimes I wish voting stuff was public so we could see people's true colors, because I feel like there's so many people that you low-key know who they voted for, but then they show another face just so they don't lose following or lose their PR and lose all of that. So sometimes sometimes I do wish voting records and stuff were public so people could see other people's true colors.
Phony they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think we totally got off topic, but it kind of all goes back to the same thing. We were on our way here. We didn't have this episode planned out. We've had a really busy week, Halloween, all that. We have 3 chickens, and
but time and time again, we're just running into a lot of people that went to school. They kind of regret it.
So you were talking about he had a conversation with my brother-in-law yesterday, and he was kind of along those lines too. He, not saying that he wishes that he didn't do it, but it almost seems like every time we have a conversation with somebody and we're like, oh, well, I dropped out of high school, they're like, don't worry about it. You saved yourself a ton of money.
Yeah.
But
me, that's one thing I wish I could go back. I'm obviously happy with my trade and all that, but I'm not going to lie. When I was a little boy, when I was playing football and all that, my dream was to go to USC and be a Trojan. That was just growing up watching Reggie Bush playing football. I'm just there's no better place in the world than Southern California, going to school, doing something you love. And I'm just I look back and I'm like, man, so maybe our kids can lead that dream for us if they want to do that. But I did want to go to school when I was young.
I have a question.
What?
Personal question. Do you feel, be honest, do you feel regardless of how, why, whatever, do you feel like your parents failed you when with your dreams and all that? Helping you get there?
No, because they did everything they could to raise me right. And this is small decisions will shape your life. I remember, I could trace this back to one day. I used to play soccer with my cousin Beto that passed away. God bless his soul. So I remember 7th grade summer, I was trying to stay away from the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Yada, yada, yada. We were literally going to soccer practice, right? Mm-hmm. And we were literally on 75th and Cherry Lynn going to practice. And this is how your life can change in an instant. We were in the back of the truck, a pickup truck. And that day, I decided to skip practice and go to the neighborhood. Like, I remember this vividly because after that, it's like when my life kind of turned dark. So I was a good student, you know. I was always on honor roll. I was playing sports. I love school. Like, I have a thirst for, you know, knowledge. Like, genuinely, to a lot of people, like, that sounds ridiculous, but for those that know, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that day, I literally was like, "Hey, bro, I'll catch you later." I literally jumped out the truck and went back to the neighborhood, to the block. And everybody, they're still gonna be there. God bless their soul, you know. But they're like, "Oh, what up?" Da, da, da. That same night, the first night I went back to go hang out with them, this was 7th grade. You know, I used to ride scooters, bikes, skateboards. I was literally scootering my way home, and I was about 2 blocks from my house. The people that we had, I wasn't even in the neighborhood or in the gang yet, but I was scootering my way home, and 2 blocks before I got home, the people we used to have problems with, they pulled up on me in a car, you know, gang banging or whatever. So, like, my first day back around that, I almost get jumped. I literally had to run for my life. I literally ran through traffic. Like, I literally ran in the main road, ran in the medium lane for 2 blocks, ran back into the neighborhood. I ran to this house. I was banging on the door, trying to make it seem like I lived there. The guy kept following me, and he was pointing like, "Hey, he's right here. We got him." I heard the little Honda Civic coming around the corner. I jumped some fences, and thank God I made it home. You know, they probably would have beat me to death.
Yeah.
And like, one decision like that changed my life for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Like, from that moment, I downward spiraled for years, from 7th through high school. One decision like that I made. Yeah, I was naive. Yeah, I was. But what could my mom do? She was, you know, dialysis, kidney transplants. She couldn't leave the house to go look for me. My dad worked swing shift, 2 to 10. He couldn't do nothing for me. So I dropped the ball. And I regret a lot of that because I feel like I let my parents down, because I feel like when my dad was the most proud of me is when I was playing sports.
Yeah.
So they did the best they could. And yeah, there could have been some things they could have done a little bit better, but in their time, they did what was in their heart, that believed that was right with the options they had.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't put none of the blame on them. I failed my parents in that way.
Yeah.
But now that I'm growing older, and, you know, now that I've, you know, kind of healed from that, now I know why I went through all of that. Because the day, you know, we're progressive, just like Dale Nightingale said, success is a progressiveness working towards your goal. So if you started right here and your goal is right here, if you're somewhere along in the middle, you're technically a successful person because you're progressively working towards it. So now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, it sucked and I regret that. But I'm like, now that I went through all of that and I overcame it, all those people that are in that same position I was, not only can I relate to them and give them advice, I'm not just like preaching to the choir. I actually live that.
Yeah.
So you can help save a lot of people. So it's like everybody's like really special in their individual aspect.
Yeah.
So whatever you're good at, man, that's the good you got to bring to the world, you know? And like I said, I felt like I failed my parents in that degree, and maybe they don't see that because they don't have the, you know, knowledge or to see that, like, well, look at what he bloomed into, you know? Now he could be a voice for the people. So, you know, and thankfully I you know, I'm so grateful for the trade, because that's what kept me out of trouble too. I didn't finish school. I jumped into the trades, and it's giving me a good life.
I feel like those like trade schools and stuff are like a really good, almost like a second chance for people that didn't like do, because like you could have done it right the first time, right? Kind of like my sisters right out of high school,
Going to school,
college, university, this, that, like, you could have done it right like the first time. But for the ones that didn't, like, here's your second chance. And it's sometimes like, again, I feel like sometimes people look down on those workers, but it's like, we need them.
Yeah.
We need the plumbers, the insulators, we need all of this, electricians.
Yep.
And again, like I said, obviously I want like my kids to go to school, but I'm not gonna wrap myself in it like I need them to go to school. I need them to be doctors and engineers. No.
Yeah, like
I'm
a
not.
middle child, he might be the one that goes and gets a master's degree or become a, because he likes that stuff. It's more natural.
Yeah.
So we can, help pay his tuition and guide him through all that. Maybe our eldest maybe he wants to go into the military or do stuff like that. At the end of the day, and this is not one's better than the other. Like I said, everybody's special in their individual aspects. So the people that do go to school that are a little bit more, their brain is more meticulous, more, quote unquote, like the engineer brain. They're just look at things more in depth, how they work, why don't it work. We need those people just as much as the hard chargers.
Yeah, we need them all.
So the best thing in life is to combine that.
Yeah.
So, because, there's always going to be people that are harder workers than you, smarter than you. But the people that, like, I feel like we grew up with, you kind of are intimidated by that, or you're like, nah, the hell with those people. Like, no, you need to network. You need to network with these people that are smarter than you.
Yeah.
That think more meticulous, that look at the little details. You have like a broader vision, but they look at the small little mechanical parts of it, and if we all come together, man, we truly will make this place a lot better.
Is there anything like right now, not like in your past, obviously like when you were little, I don't know, maybe you wanted to be a football player or whatever. Right now, is there anything that like you would want to like study more or like get into or anything like that?
Just speaking.
I was gonna say,
I like to talk a lot, so it's like, and that's why I'm glad I had that little baby interview with Terrence Crawford, because, I was nervous, I wasn't prepared, but it's like if I study that, perfect it, the next time I come across somebody that's obviously achieved more than me, I can help spread the message. And it's like, I just want my life to kind of be a testimony to the people that are scared to branch out, that are just confined to, I grew up in poverty. I grew up in the West, any impoverished neighborhood. Like, they just feel like they're confined by that. It's like, no, be happy you came from that. Because when you achieve more, not only you're going to appreciate more, but, it's like, if the Lord pulled you out the pit, he didn't pull you out the pit to just save yourself. He pulled you out so he can go in there and save more people.
Yeah.
So if I perfect, the public speaking and all that, I can be a voice for the minorities, for anybody in general. Like, I always make the analogies, like, I want to be like that lighthouse that's on the edge of the edge of the continent that is shining its light into the abyss, But not a lot of people are willing to live a life of like solidarity like that and be strong, because if you look at a lighthouse, man, it's the waves are hitting you. It's not the ideal condition. It ain't all rainbow and sunshines, but like, I don't mind bearing that burden to help other people find the light, find the truth, find themselves, and it's like, I know it sounds a little corny, but I feel like for people that need it, they appreciate it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and that's what's crazy about work, like, most people, and it's not that that's wrong with them or none, but like, you can't have like deep conversations with them because, like I said, it's easy to talk about, the Dodgers Toronto game, but it's like, what about the conversations that we do need to have about,
a lot of people avoid that.
They avoid that, and that's why they kind of stay stuck in that position. Yeah. It's like,
you're not willing to have like tough conversations.
Yeah, and it's like, we need to have these tough conversations. We just need to like, better ourselves,
Yeah.
Like Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Yeah.
So if we just all improve ourselves, we improve the world, we improve our community, and you just really need it. Like, it comes back to networking. Yeah. If you're more of a hard charger trade guy, you need to link up with the guys that went to school that, are a little bit more, educated. They know a little bit more on that side, and then you put yourself, you team up, man, you're unstoppable. Like literally,
Yeah.
there's nothing that could get in your way. And a lot of guys, I feel like what I'm trying to bring back is like stoicism. Like you gotta like feel deeply too. Like, you know, sometimes I can be really blunt and feel like, you know, I don't have feelings, but I do feel deep. I'm like deeply connected to a lot, and it's like, it's just tough, you know. So you got to be well rounded. Like Machiavelli said, you got to be screwed like a fox, but strong like a lion, but also human. If you put all three of those together, man, you're gonna be a strong force in this world, but for good. Because the problem with the world is not the bad people in it; it's the good people that don't speak up. So, you know, it's not about the trades are better than school or the school is better than that.
Yeah.
Each person is gonna go down their route, and if school is your route, man, go all out. You know, learn everything you can while you're in school. Dive deep in those books, because people need that knowledge. You know.
Yeah.
And the people that are in the trades and they're hands on and they can do every layout in the book, you also have something to show.
We need it all. We need it all. And at the end of the day, like, be yourself and always try to do what you love. I think that's what's like most important. That's what's going to keep you alive. And if you're watching this and you're a parent, also like try to understand your kids.
Yep.
You know, like us, you know, we have 3 kids. They're all very different. And it's like, I would feel like kind of like my mom trying to just drill in everybody's head, go to school, do this, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be this. And it's like, no, I'm trying to understand each and every individual child. And I need them to understand that like any route that they take, like, you know, I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you. Obviously I want the best for you, but that, you know, they're not all going to walk the same path. Just understand them. And you too, maybe if you're watching this and you're young and you don't know like what you're doing, I mean, talk to God about it, sleep on it. Yeah. Don't just dive into like crazy school debt just to make somebody proud or something. Like, I don't know. That's...
Yeah, because, you know, we obviously want to make our parents proud and all that, but sometimes like we lose ourselves and like they're pushing us to go to school, but it's like, what if I'm good at photography? What if I'm the best barber that's ever existed? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like, especially coming from like, you know, kind of Mexican culture and all that, like they kind of like think you're like a failure for some, like not all, because there's obviously really successful Mexicans or Mexican Americans, but I feel like a lot of like, you know, especially like the Mexican Americans, like if, you know, you don't do certain stuff, you're a failure. But it's like, well, what if I follow my passion and I'm happy with myself? Just because you don't see it that way doesn't mean I don't see it that way. It's like,
I kind of feel like that's how like my family's always seen me, like kind of like, oh, she's trying to do it all and then she doesn't do nothing at all. Like, you know, I've tried to like jump into photography. I've tried to like, you know, I've done literally everything from like working at Goodwill, Amazon, to like photography, being a stay-at-home mom, working in the mortgage industry, to like now actually doing like what I love. And now that I've been doing it for like years now, like successfully, like I just kind of feel like I left people scratching their head, like, like, how did she do that? Why is she able to do it? Like, why is she doing it? Not trying to say that, like, oh, you know, like, people are jealous of me and stuff. I'm just saying that, like, for so many years, I just feel like I was, like, just kind of, like, digging my way. I don't know. It feels tough. Like, I think back and I'm, like, thinking back, it, like, exhausts me how much I tried, like, everything. Like, I failed more times than some people have tried. Like, I literally failed at so many things. And then finally I found myself and like, I'm here and stuff and I do like what I love. I could pop my phone up and, you know, talk and somebody's going to watch me and like that and all of that. Or I'm going to show you something that I bought yesterday and I fell in love with it. And then tomorrow I'm going to have 200 people that buy it. Because they trust me. And I'm like, there's like, I take so much pride in that like people will literally come to me or like, have you tried this? Or, Do you like this? Things like that. And I'm like, I've built that. I literally built that like from scratch, and nobody could take that from me but God. And I'm like, that is why it's so important. Like, don't be scared to fail, because that's the only way that like you're going to find yourself again. Like, I'm telling you, I thought I loved all of these things, photography, like all of this stuff. And then I was like, well, I'm a dropout. I belong at Amazon. Like, you know, like packaging people's like orders and stuff. And even like, remember, I think like 2 months before my TikTok blew up, I went back to Amazon because I wanted to, like, I was feeling so guilty that like I wanted to, I think the holidays were coming up and I wanted to help you with like stuff. So I went back to Amazon for like 2 weeks.
Didn't work
and
out.
I was so miserable. And I was like, I know we need the money, but this is not for me. Like, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
And then I quit again, and I started like, again, posting like consistently, and then things happened. So you have to fail a lot. Yeah. Like, it's not easy. Again, people think they post 2 videos and it's not, nothing's happening. I'm going to quit.
Or even if you post one and it gets 1 million views.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, you still got to grind.
If anything, you have to work harder, because
you gotta work
what
harder.
happens, that video just starts going down and that's it. You're irrelevant. That's what is like so tricky about like social media. You have to be working on it. You have to be on it, because social media is changing every single day. And if you're not on it, if you fall asleep, like it's done. So, you know, with everything, just again, back to the same thing. Do what you love, fail at stuff, and just keep going. Keep going until you literally find what it is that you're good at.
Like I said, guys, as long as you're in between from where you started to where your goal is, you're successful. Don't let nobody beat you up. Don't let nobody belittle you, because most of those people won't even put their neck out and try like you. So, you know, keep your head up, keep pushing. And it's funny how successful people will like be like, hey man, like you're doing it. I applaud you. But people that haven't even took the first step, you're like trying to beat you down and all that. And it's like, that's why it's nice on the road we're not now, because we're meeting successful people that they encourage us.
Yeah.
Versus the people that we used to hang out with were just like, well, why are you doing that?
I mean, where we grew up and stuff, like did you ever think that we'd be sitting in front across talking, having a chat with 2 plastic surgeons, like 2 doctors?
Yeah.
Never. Like, I never, you never think these things, like, and then when they happen, you're like, oh my gosh, like I did this.
Exactly.
I did this and I'm here. And that's why you just have to keep going.
Just be yourself. And this is a testament to everybody, guys. Like, if you would have told me a couple years ago, like, you would be sitting in a professional studio, you know, and just, like, doing what you like, I would have been like, get out of here. Crazy. But, like, we're here. You know, it's all a part of the process. And, you know, you guys can take, you know, learn from us and be like, hey, I like what they do here, but I'm going to do this differently. Yeah. So it's like, hey, man, just keep pushing. If you got to go to school, go to school. If you want to be a tradesman, go ahead. To each their own. But we need everybody to be themselves and show their gifts that, you know, they were born with. And, man, that's what's great about this country is it's not perfect, but the pursuit of happiness is what separates it, guys. Yeah. So just keep pushing, guys. Don't let nobody beat you down. And
don't be scared to fail.
Don't be scared to fail.
Don't be scared to fail, because the amount of times. But
if you're scared to fail, go look at my video and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's all love, baby.
Love you guys. See you next week.
Later.
Bye.